Thank you very much. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Well, it's evening over here in Sydney, so yeah. Thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gents. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. Yes, it is a bit awkward at night. We look like criminals, but better not say too much. The police will be on to us. Sure. But anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. And so today we're going to be talking about the rugby league season. Last time we did a podcast, me and my mate VJ here. By the way, I've got my mate VJ.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, VJ Manly supporter.
Yes, sir.
I'm a Warriors supporter. He knows what it's like to win a premiership. I don't.
Up the waz.
Up the waz though.
2011.
Yeah, at least we got more pride than you. No, jokes. Yeah. The thing, what the fuck was I saying? That's all right. Yeah, so yeah, last time we were at Wollongong Beach. We were just talking before the Warriors played the Dragons at Wynn Stadium. Warriors smoked them that night. We did the vlog after. It was a good vibe, and at that time of the season, it was very even. The bottom teams had a slight chance of qualifying. I think after that game, the Dragons season kind of just fell apart. And even in that round, I think a few of the teams' seasons kind of fell apart, like clearly fell apart after that.
Yeah.
And some teams that were actually in the top 8 at the time and who were looking good, their seasons just went downhill.
Yeah,
in particular, a team from Redfern, the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Big choke job.
That's bigger than probably the Brisbane one last year.
Easily. They were first after round 11, bro. They looked like they were going to win the comp, bro.
I don't know what happened. I think signs started appearing in the, to be honest, in the State of Origin period.
Oh yeah.
I think it slowly started appearing, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
Yeah, no. It was like the thing was they were dropping down the ladder, but you had a feeling that they're gonna win some games at the back end of the season and just like comfortably
stay in the 8,
right?
Yeah.
But bro, it all came down to that last game, and it just went pear-shaped for them, and there's a big choke job, like really badly.
Yeah, I don't know, like it's a culture issue or something that's brewed over the last couple of months, or there's a lot of the media getting stuck into them. That's what happens when the teams kind of
definitely in the last couple of weeks with the Latrell thing, the Churchill thing.
And
it looked a bit ugly, yeah.
And Sam Burgess.
The Burgess, yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty sad exit. Issues with Cody Walker and Latrell Mitchell, particularly people targeting them, saying, although not targeting them, but like criticisms of their work ethic. More particularly Latrell than Cody, I think. But,
the thing is, bro, the Rabbitohs genuinely look like the biggest competitor to Broncos and Penrith. Like, remember that
they
game?
beat them.
They beat Penrith in that cracker game. I think it was like round 7, round 8.
Yeah.
And they look primed as premiership contenders during that like first 10 rounds of the season. I don't know where it went wrong, bro. It's just really disappointing.
Yeah, very disappointing. I thought at least that'd be, like you said, I thought at least if they weren't going to be in the top 4, at least stay in the 8.
Yeah.
And maybe make it to the second week or third week of finals, but at least.
Yeah, I thought if they made the finals, right, then like whatever happened in the finals, they've been there like countless years. Like they don't need the safety of being in the top 4 and having that second week chance. Like they can make it 5 to 8 and still go do a deep run.
And I think they did that last year. They beat the Sharks, who were in the top 4, and Sharks lost in straight sets.
Exactly.
And they lost to the Sharks in the league in the round robin stages, if they call it round robin in NRL.
Regular season.
Yeah, regular season. Yeah, so
dropped you, mate.
Kind of like Manly dropped it this year. Nah, jokes. I like the Rabbitohs, but nah, jokes. But yeah, I probably shouldn't be talking too much. I'm a Warriors supporter. But yeah, and they, especially against the Sharks, they looked. That was a game they had to win. Like both teams had to win. Sharks just looked better on the day. They played better on the day.
Yeah, you talking about last year?
No, this year.
Oh, this year.
Last year, like the Sharks just bottled it, but this year when the Rabbitohs faced the Sharks in that must-win game, Rabbitohs just did not look on. And then the Knights game, they just catapulted. The Knights, like I'll give credit to the Knights, they've really turned their season around. We'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, those two games were probably the big clear standouts for me, and also the one they lost to the Eels.
Yeah, of course.
I think those 3 games kind of just showed, hey, things aren't really all that good at the Rabbitohs at the moment.
Yeah, that just like don't know what happened. Just like like maybe the Origin players got overworked and just like these different combinations. No Latrell for a big period. It was really sad to see like a proper Premiership heavyweight getting beaten so easy. Especially that Sharks game that you talk about, right? I think the Sharks were coming off some poor losses. Everyone was like, Rabbitohs are going to put a score on them.
Yeah, and the Sharks hadn't beaten a top 8 team.
Yeah, exactly. They just didn't come to play the Rabbitohs. It wasn't good enough. Yeah, and should have known from there that it was going to go bad.
Yeah, and also just a few teams that fell off. Well, I mean, teams that have had bad seasons, unfortunately, they've been having bad seasons for a while. Dragons, especially after that Warriors game we went to.
Yeah.
Problems are clear over there. Hopefully things improve over there, but there are some problems over there in the Dragons.
Yeah.
The Ben Hunt fiasco, and then the Tigers, they've been struggling for a while. Haven't reached the finals in 12 years. And then Tim Machine's getting the sack, Benji taking over, even though Benji was supposed to take over in a year or so.
Not looking good.
At all. Like, they've got some talent, but there's a lot of work to be done. And then Bulldogs, of course, buying players, but still not performing. And then, of course, the Seraldo thing. I don't blame Seraldo, though. I'm being honest with you. Even Willie Mason said on his podcast, the Levels podcast, he said, it's weak, it's soft as shit that, like, the players whinging about, like, the training
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, like, what are you training about? What are you whinging about? Like, fucking hell,
what
your team's
not
not
up for, right? Yeah.
And your team's not doing well. Like, if your team's doing well, okay, maybe you might just say a little bit too hard, but there's a culture problem over there. And, like, I think I respect Seraldo for actually trying to, like, address the problem.
Yeah.
But there are some problems over there. And, I mean, buying players, it's not about, like, it looks good, like you have a good team on paper, but if the culture's rotten, then
you got the main thing is to create like a healthy club culture, because it's like the foundations of what's gonna be represented on the field. Like, think about what Penrith did in the last couple of years with their junior base. Like, those are all like homegrown talent. They know each other, they play with each other, and then they know how to represent the team in the right way, and that
exactly
just bears its fruits on the field. And that's what the Bulldogs need to try and replicate if they can. It's really hard now, but
yeah, exactly. And now the Broncos seem to be back on the path, like back to the better days. And it's a real concern for the Bulldogs. I don't know, and like, they have talent in the juniors.
Yeah, 100%. The New South Wales Cup team has done really well in the last couple of years.
Yeah, they did well.
Good talent there.
It's just what's going on,
especially in the outside backs. Like, you got like players like Paul Alamotti, obviously first grader now, but like he was doing really good in Reggie's. Gerald Skelton, Declan Casey, all these young, exciting backs, but like when they translate into the first grade, it's not really working out. Yeah,
I don't know what's going on there. It's just and like, even their fans have been vocal about it online. They're just like, a lot of fans are just like, they're still staying loyal. Credit to them, but
and the thing is with the Bulldogs and the Tigers is like, I don't know if the direction they're going is gonna be any more positive. Like, think about the Tigers, right? They're losing Luke Brooks, probably like top 3, top 5 performer of this year, and their halves are like unsettled. They don't know what they're gonna do with their halves. They're gonna Latu fine you, but like, bro, he hasn't played first grade yet. So what's gonna happen there? Like, you're gonna put a 16-year-old as your main playmaker, and then the Bulldogs as well. What are they gonna do with their fullback? They're gonna try and turn Stephen Crichton into a fullback, but
he's a centre.
We've seen what happens when you try and turn these talented centres into fullbacks. It doesn't really
not all the time. It's not going to work all the time.
Yeah.
And it's a concern for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And also the Titans. Man, mixed bag for the Titans.
Yeah, season, yeah.
So like, they had some good moments, but like, there were games where they could have won, but they just fell off in the second half.
Yeah.
There, maybe Des Hasler will make the difference next year.
Yeah, I see with the Titans' difference with the Tigers and the Bulldogs. I see a clear pathway from them. They got a strong foundation already. Adding Des Hasler into that is only gonna bear more fruit. And I like the direction they're going. They got really good young Queenslanders, young players that are getting better by the game. So I like their direction.
Yeah, and also Para. Well, they had a tough draw. But I mean,
man.
Manly support. Yeah, Kajin, yeah, you suck. Nah, jokes. I love you, Kaji. But yeah, Parramatta, to be honest with you, not to brag about the Warriors, but I think they fell apart after the Warriors game. And then, like, they won the next game, I think, and then the Titans game, they won. It was a close game.
Yeah.
But they lost a few players due to suspension and injuries, and then that's it. Season catapulted. But I think it was the Warriors game that really just... because they were in the top 8 at the time.
Yeah, true.
The Warriors were on the verge of going out of the 8 if they lost that game.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Warriors, even though I know they were missing a few players due to Origin, but still, like, the Warriors smoked them in Combank.
Yeah.
Their season fell apart after that.
Did you say Combank or Combank?
Combank. A lot of us Warriors were just, like, overjoyed. The shit, like, smoked in the Para.
To Combank. Jesus.
Yeah, nah, fuck.
I think if you ask the average Para fan, though, they'd say their season went in the wrong direction after the Dylan Brown thing, right? I think that's where, and you kind of see it after that. I mean, Dejan Arce did a decent job.
It's a lot to ask for.
Yeah, but then after that, it's just like when you got that kind of issues and that kind of bad media, it will start rotting away, and that's what kind of happened there. Yeah.
And speaking of Para, then we move on to Manly.
Ooh.
Mixed bag Manly. There's promise, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, they're letting go of a few players. I don't know, players that you could build a future around. I don't know what's going on with the management. And a lot of Manly fans have mentioned this online. Like, they're letting go of some talented players. Like, the Fainu brothers is
That's the big one. That's the big one, yeah. That's the one that really, even, like, frustrated me when it first got announced. And I don't know, man. Like, that was what we were building for. That was what, like, our CEO promised was a pathway. Like, it was a retirement plan for DCE.
And now freaking Manly's turning into a retirement club, like some of the bottom teams.
Yeah, like, I think I really liked how we finished the season. We showed that we didn't check out early. We still have, like, we really have exciting players. Like, think about, like, Tolu Kola, Jason Saab, Ruben Garrick. DCE had an amazing. DCE was just on another level. Like, we gotta put respect.
Garrick was solid.
Yeah, Garrick was really good. But yeah, I think there's still too many talented players for this club to fall away and become a bottom 4 club. I still expect us to be fighting for the top 8 next year.
Yeah.
And excited for Luke Brooks. I can't lie. When it was first announced, I was like, what are we thinking? But now I think about it, he's only 28, 27, so he's still in his prime. Yeah. You think? What did you think he was?
Oh, he was 32.
Exactly. Everyone thought he's like over 30, like, because he's been playing for time, right?
I think he started when he was a teenager, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he started,
there you go.
Like 18, 19, and so yeah, he's only 28 right now, and he's gonna be. So that's kind of like prime age for rugby league, right? And then he's playing with Cherry Evans that's going to be in form. Like, there's like promise, a lot of promise there.
I just don't like the Matt Lodge decision at all. I don't like that.
And you know what's even worse, bro? He's done his ACL. He's going to be out for most of the season next year, and we've given him a re-signing. So.
I mean, and the thing is with Matt Lodge, like, he can be a good player, but the thing is, a lot of the teams that he was with, they offloaded him. There's something going on, like. Of course, the Warriors had a big fallout with him. Brisbane let him go.
I think the pattern is he gets a chance at a new club. He plays really well at the start to have this kind of false sense of security, and then as the season goes, once he gets like another re-signing or something, he starts playing pretty shit and his attitude gets bad.
And then he just takes the money and goes.
He goes to another
club. And the Roosters
offloaded
him. Yeah. Roosters offloaded him. Look at the Roosters now. And the Roosters season turned around.
I mean, we do need a player like Matt Lodge. We do need like a big premier front row, but it would have been better if it wasn't Matt Lodge. If it was actually like a I don't know, like a Spencer Leniu. I know he's signed with the Roosters now, but like a Spencer Leniu or like some kind of really young, hungry forward. I would have liked that better. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Big Valence.
Big Valence.
Big Valence, man.
Man, he can play anywhere, man. Put him in fullback.
Valence, the cult hero. Speaking of Valence, the Dolphins. Their season fell apart after I think, to be honest, maybe the Warriors game. Not trying to brag, but more so, I think after that game we went to the Dolphins one in Manly, the first time they played.
Oh yeah.
I think after that game when Manly flogged them, after that it just fell apart.
Yeah. I think there was some cracks before that game, but even though that happened, what a season for them! Like, I know they finished off really bad, but like I didn't expect them to win a game, bro. I thought they were like guaranteed wooden spooners.
They were two. They were in top 8 for a bit.
Their roster was really, really bad. It was not really, really bad, but like just not
Players that aren't like
just not
on the verge of
yeah,
retirement.
no, they played well above their weight and they went well, bro. I'm really, really happy with how they got.
I reckon they've got some good signings for
Yeah,
next year.
some really good foundations there, and I'm very excited for what they can do.
I think Flegler's going there next year.
Flegler, Farnworth, Avarillo, good signings, very good signings. And I think
yeah.
I like it. I like what they're doing. I think Dolphin fans should be really proud of what they did this year, because most of NRL fans thought they were going to finish last, like, easily.
Yeah, I mean, actually, to be honest with you, maybe I was a bit too hard there on them.
Yeah, bro.
But it did fall apart a bit after the Manly game.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It became a case where, like, all those veterans or all those older players that were carrying them at the start just kind of fell away. But it's fine, and they had depth issues as well. They didn't really have the best depth players once injuries and suspensions started happening. But who cares, man? They had a really good year.
Definitely.
Good stuff to build on.
Definitely.
And, bro, I remember looking at their draw at the start of the year, and I'm like, where the hell are they going to get their first win, bro? Like, I genuinely can't see it.
Maybe the
They
Tigers.
won in the first round against the Roosters. The Roosters are about to play in a semi-final next week. It's actually incredible what the Dolphins have done.
Yeah.
Should be proud of them.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Rabbitohs, well, we've talked about them.
Yeah, we have.
Two teams that have now officially dropped out of the contention for the finals. So the finals started this week. You had Storm, Warriors, Broncos and Storm versus each other at Suncorp. Mm-hmm. Then Panthers versus Warriors at Bluebet Stadium. I think it's called Bluebet, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, the Cowboys. Sorry, Cowboys. Cowboys. Man.
Weird, eh? Very weird.
Last year, probably one of the form teams in the comp. Todd Payton was Coach of the Year. Very inconsistent.
Weird, right? Like, they started off really, really bad. Then they somehow looked good again. Like, they looked like the last year Cowboys. And they just finished off even worse. And
the Titans game.
Yeah, exactly.
The Titans game. That's it, because they won a winning streak before that Titans game.
Yeah, man. Like, they didn't have much change to their roster from last year, but yeah, they must have overachieved because they had a really weird season, man. I really thought they would do much better.
Yeah, I don't hate the Cowboys at all.
Yeah, no, that's why
they're a likable club.
Exactly. That's why I wanted them to do well. So it's just weird that they didn't. They played really underwhelming footy. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Cowboys fans. I don't have anything against you.
We love you. We love you.
Yeah,
like,
you guys are likable.
Yeah, we're like your parents. Like, we know we can do. We know you can do better. We're just disappointed. We're not mad.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I would have taken you guys over the Sharks. I fucking hate the Sharks.
100%.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I don't want those shy people coming over.
I think Cowboys could beat the Raiders and Sharks. Yeah.
They should.
Yeah.
They lost to the Sharks. That's the thing. Like, they should have beaten the Sharks.
Yeah.
They were just really indisciplined that game.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, hopefully some learning curves for them, and they can rebuild for next year.
Yeah, they're gonna move from Chattan's, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe put Valence in the... Nah, fuck. I gotta stop with Valence.
It's gonna get everywhere.
Valence is the man.
Everyone needs Valence.
We love Valence. He's the cold hero.
Yeah.
But yeah, also too, so just with the finals, your top 8 was sealed in the last week. It went down to the last week. That's how tight it was. You weren't even certain, like, what the full top 8 was going to be.
Yeah. Good competition.
The top 4 was certain, I think, after, like, just about 1 or 2 weeks ago, but the top 8... Nobody was certain. Like the remaining 8, 6 to 8. So about that, thank you, bro. But yeah, Thingo Sharks and so you had what's it called? Penrith finished on top. Another minor premiership for those guys. Gee, consistency, good, amazing. They're the envy of a lot of rugby fans.
So annoying, bro. They're so annoying.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people gave them shit before. So I mean, if I was in this situation, I'd be giving it back to a lot of people.
They're just too good, bro. It's so annoying how good they are.
Broncos, brilliant. I was very impressed with the Broncos. I like them. Really like the team.
Yeah, I think I said this in the last podcast we had, but they do remind me of the young Penrith, like the 2020 Penrith when they were emerging on the scene. Yeah. They had all these young, exciting players and they're winning most of their games and they have good foundation. All those young players that have grown up and played with each other.
Yeah.
So I see that in them, and I think it's if they verse each other in the grand final,
It'll be an epic game.
that'll be an epic game. Epic game. Think about it. They're versing in round one, and they're gonna verse in the last game of the year as well. That'd be
be
awesome.
a story.
That'd be insane, bro.
And yeah, also that guy, what's called Dean Mariner's had a good season. Like he's been good.
Yeah.
Even the guys that have just come in for like
depth
Tristan
players.
Saylor,
Jesse Arthurs.
Yeah. But yeah, also Ezra Mam's had a good year.
Oh yeah,
It's been very impressive. And then of course the forwards, Payne Haas, probably Dally M forward of the year.
Yeah. Easily, yeah.
He takes like 5 people with him, like 4 people.
Yeah.
He's just so strong.
He's been doing it for years now, bro. He's built for it. He's built for it. Best forward in the game, I reckon.
And then Paddy Carrigan, inspirational leader. Flegler's been good.
Yeah. Reece Walsh is MVP though. He can't.
Reece Walsh.
He's had a different year.
He's just gone another level.
Another level.
And he's a playmaker, like an extra playmaker. So you got the halves, and then you got this guy being an extra playmaker in the back. So that's just like That's just 3 playmakers in one team.
And he just plays the game so fast, man. Like he just like goes on 100 mode every single play, every single set.
Yeah.
It's exciting to watch. Yeah.
Kevy Walters, you got to be proud of yourself, mate. You've done a good job coaching that team.
Yeah.
Well, he's really done a good job. And then, of course, then you got Storm finishing 3rd. I'll be honest with you, Storm been up and down, but when Pap came back, I thought maybe the Storm of old were coming back for a bit.
Yeah.
Then, unfortunately, so really sad to see Ryan Papenhuyzen get injured again. Man, if that guy didn't injure, I think if he didn't get injured, I probably would say he would have played an Origin game by now, at least.
Yeah, easily.
One.
Yeah, 100%.
At least one.
With all the injuries he's had, 100% he would have, yeah.
He's that good a player.
Good news is, though, it's not a compound fracture, so hearing will only take a couple of months. Hopefully be ready by next season.
And he's a pretty strong-willed guy.
Yeah, bro, 100%, bro. Like, people talking about, maybe he has to retire or something. I'm probably, like, he's probably laughing at him. He's not how he's built. He's still very young. People go through it.
Yeah.
Injuries is injuries. He'll come back stronger. Perhaps he's a good bloke.
Yeah. He's one of the most likable people in the league. Honestly.
But no, you're right with Melbourne. Like they've been up and down the whole year. I don't know how they finished 3rd, but like they've been up and down all year. But like I think it's just that experience, that winning mentality they've had over the years kind of carried them.
Yeah.
But now I think they got a lot of catching up to do, right? Because the Broncos disposed of them pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like 26 points in a qualifier is not good enough.
Yeah, and also the other teams as well, exactly, and also not scoring a point as well.
Yeah, man, that's not the Melbourne Storm, bro. That's something else.
Yeah, I mean, expect out of the Tigers or like fucking Bulldogs.
Yeah.
I'm not mean to Tigers. I like the Tigers, but yeah, Bulldogs.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Bulldogs. Nah, jokes. Yeah, but seriously, man.
That was really poor.
Yeah, that's probably the worst performance I've seen from Melbourne ever, in a long time. And of course, then you got the Warriors, you got Knights, surprise package of Knights. We'll touch on them in a bit.
Ooh, yeah.
And then what do you call it? Sharks, Roosters, and Raiders. That topped out the round out at the 8.
Yeah.
Raiders and the Sharks. This Raiders fell out today in a close game at McDonald Jones Stadium. Knights had to really fight for that win.
Yeah,
it went to extra time.
Yeah, good effort by the Raiders. I thought Newcastle would wipe them out pretty easily because Newcastle at home, sold out stadium.
They're on a winning streak.
9-game winning streak. Raiders been weird this season, just scraped into the 8. The Raiders put in a fight. Raiders tried to bite back, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, unfortunately. And they went to extra time, like 7-8 minutes or like even more than that into extra time. That's insane. And people online were saying, like, best game of the year for sure. Like, that's up there.
Yeah, I mean, it made up because I felt like most of the games this week for the finals were like, you had the 2 blowouts, and then even though the Roosters-Sharks game was tight, it was a bit shit house. But, but this game was really...
I mean, not really. The Sharks are out. No one cares about it.
It was just like low-quality game, the Sharks-Roosters one. But this one was a really good game. It was like high drama, up and down momentum shift. I really liked the game. And Raiders, like, hats off. I really thought you guys were going to get smashed, but put up a fight there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what Jack Whiten was doing biting people. What
That
is
guy-
up with him? What is he, a vampire?
That guy got hungry middle of the game, bro. What was he thinking?
Bro, I don't know. What was he thinking? And he was trying to like justify it.
Yeah.
What in the world? I mean,
Like, how do I move my mouth from this dude's arm? Maybe
probably watching Luis Suarez clips or something, man. I didn't expect that from him.
Kinky guy, bro, trying to fucking have a taste of Tyson Gamble.
Oh god, poor Tyson. But like seriously, I did not think he would do that.
Yeah.
Not Jack Whiten, but
And I thought that's like for Kevin Proctor that was an automatic send off. So I don't know why it was just a report for for Jack Whiten.
yeah, good old Sideshow Bob. I miss Kevin. Vaping in the rooms.
That guy's crazy. He's crazy.
Oh man, I hope Kevy's doing all right wherever he is. But yeah, Raiders and then Sharks. They struggled to beat top 8 teams. They looked like they were coming back, and then they really bottled it last night. They should have beaten the Roosters. Roosters, Joey Manu and Joseph Sawali were injured. Then Tedesco was in the bin for 10 minutes.
Bro, they had like 64% possession at one
And
point.
they still bottled it.
Yeah,
and the home crowd were like off their head.
Yeah.
There was that Shark fan with no front teeth, going like this. You know, like that.
They played at the construction site and still couldn't win that. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was there for them to win, honestly. And even Joey Johns, I think, and a few of the commentators were saying, why aren't they targeting that edge when Joey Manu was on?
Yeah, true.
He was hobbling. Like, your first instinct would be to target that edge.
Yeah, 100%.
And they didn't really target it.
Yeah, but they were just, they were off for, like, you got to be more, like, in the finals, you got to be more, like, killer instinct with it when you got that much amount of ball and a weakened side.
Yeah.
I don't think they deserve the top 8 in the first place. I think teams like Para, Rabbitohs, Cowboys, even us, bro. I mean, we beat them without Tom Trbojevic. Like, I think those kind of teams deserve the top 8 position over them, but they managed to sneak in and they had the chance and they lost.
And that's the third finals game in a row they've lost. They went out in straight sets last year, and
exactly.
And they didn't win this game. And this is a game I reckon honestly they should have won.
They should have won 100%. If you look at the stats and
what happened, They should have won
that, yeah.
But credit to the Roosters, they turned their season around, and
yeah, man.
They might even potentially make the prelims.
Bro, to think where they were like a month or two ago, like they looked like they were out of the top 8 chase. I think after we beat them or Melbourne around round 19, round 20.
When Melbourne beat them, I thought it was over.
I thought it was like everyone said like that. There's no way they can make it back, and they scraped in, and now they beat the Sharks, and they've got a pretty easy, not pretty easy, but like they got a weakened Melbourne side they're playing.
Yeah.
And they could get into the prelims, which would be massive for a team that of them.
There'll be some story if they win it.
100%.
I don't think they'll win it, but you never know. Sports is a strange thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, speaking of another turnaround, the Knights.
Yeah.
What a turnaround.
Yeah,
honestly.
Insane.
That's one, and they're probably the form team in the comp at the moment.
Yeah, true. They're up there.
They're on a massive winning streak. They've been impressive. They've built some character. A tough win today. They've really turned it around. Some young guys they have there, like Phoenix Crossland. They've got, of course, Dominic Young is leaving next year, which is sad. Greg Marjou's had an excellent season. Dominic Young as well has had an excellent season. Kalen Ponga, maybe Billy Slater did a good thing in not selecting him.
He's gone to another level, man. He has. Imagine if we get a prelim final with him versus Reece Walsh. It'd be fireworks. Him versus Reece Walsh at Suncorp Stadium for a spot in the grand final. That'd be insane.
Basically, the two Queensland potential Queensland fullbacks.
Probably two form fullbacks at the moment, to be honest. I reckon they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
And then also the forwards doing their job as well, and they've been very impressive, honestly.
I mean, I don't know why I didn't think they would be a good prospect. I think I just looked at their spine, and I was like, it's an average spine. But if you look at the rest of the team, like they have a very nice top back five, like very big, strong, athletic players. Yeah. Their forward pack is pretty good as well.
Greg Marju is probably one of the buys of the year.
Yeah, 100%, man.
He was gone at the Titans, and he's just. I think the Titans might be regretting letting him go.
Yeah, because he comes off as that Brian Toto mold, and of that just like that short but like stocky, powerful
He's a bit more
running
muscular
player.
than Toe.
Oh, easily, yeah. He's bigger than Toa, but like he comes from that build where it's like that.
Yeah, he's
short,
not the tallest guy on the
stocky-
planet. Yeah,
stocky, but like big run meters, and that's what you need from your back five. And he's done really, really well.
him and Dominic Young complement each other.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna go without Dominic Young next year, but still, like they've done really, really well this year. 10 straight games right now that they've won.
Fucking hell.
That's insane. That's actually insane.
And and also just another team that we're going to touch up on. The Waz! Up the Waz! But not a great performance against Penrith, and definitely not last week against the Dolphins, but we did rest our players.
Yeah.
But tough one against the Panthers. I was kind of telling a couple of mates at work, I'm like, yeah, look, if we can pull it off somehow, then it'd be amazing, but I didn't see it happening. Penrith just way too good on the day, and also when you miss that many tackles and make that many errors, you're not going to win. And the Warriors themselves, the players from the Warriors actually admitted it themselves.
I think yeah, with SJ, like I still don't think you guys would have won, but it would have been much closer. I think SJ, you just like that, those fifth tackle options were really poor over there. But
and I reckon they missed Metcalf as well.
And Penrith are just. They're this machine that can't be stopped when it comes to finals, man. They're just too much experience. They've been there three straight years. They'll probably get there for the fourth time this year,
and potentially a hat trick of titles.
Oh, that'd be so annoying, man.
No, that's all right. Look, at least it's not the Sharks or Bulldogs. Nah, jokes. Or Para. Ooh.
But it's just like when a team is so good, it's like, how can we stop them when they're like? Because I don't know when they'll be stopped either, because they have a really, really good junior base that can keep going for the next couple of years, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And clubs are poaching their young players, but they're still producing good ones.
Yeah, they just replace them. Like, look, we're gonna be like, okay, Stephen Crichton's gonna go next year.
Lenu's gone.
Yeah, Lenu's gone. They're gonna replace him with two even more talented players. They lost the best hooker in the world last year, like going into this year, Api Korosai. Then also Kickout, who's arguably
one of the best forwards,
one of the best second rowers that played last year as well. Like,
they're still fine.
Yeah, and they're gonna make their fourth straight prelim. And
it's a culture, and Cleary's just Ivan Cleary, not Nathan.
Yeah.
But Ivan's just built a culture there, man.
I do think though it is quite a weak top 8, probably the weakest of the last few years. There are a lot of teams that shouldn't be there, particularly like that bottom 3 of the top 8.
Sharks and Raiders.
It would have been a good time for a team to be in a top 8 right now, because there's not much competition there. I think, especially with Melbourne losing Pappenhausen right now and Xavier Coates.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna lose next week and get kicked out, go to Bali. I think Canberra, they put in a good fight, but like they don't really pose a threat to any of those top 4 teams, top 2 teams in particular. Like, it's been a pretty weak top 8 setup. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, speaking of top 8, but yeah, back to that, the Warriors, what a season though. Despite the game against Penrith and Dolphins, what a season.
Yeah, you got to be proud of
100%, bro. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the Warriors fans would say at the start of the season, if we finished in the finals, we'd be proud of it. Now we even I don't think we will at the moment, but who knows?
Yeah.
It's finals 40, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Realistically now, for any team, for the 4 teams that are there, that are going to play this weekend, you got to think 3 wins and that's it. That's the grand final. You've won the premiership. For Penrith and the Broncos, 2 wins and they've won the premiership, basically.
Yeah. Doesn't
Doesn't matter if they win ugly or what. Win's a win. That's it. You get the premiership. That's the mindset you got to have.
Yeah, true.
But the Warriors, I mean, people were actually saying the Warriors would finish last as well. Even the Dolphins, but a lot of people were, and they finished second last year.
Yeah. Webster changed today.
Webster has been amazing, and you talk about 2 Penrith coaches leaving. Seraldo's had a tough season with the Dogs. People were hyping up Seraldo as the savior for the Bulldogs. He was going to be the better one. Nobody even gave Webster a thought or anything.
Yeah, nobody even most people didn't even know who Webster was or where he came from until he started delivering those performances or otherwise. But you do you see the direction there for the Waz? Do you hope
for once actually do?
Do you hope it's not like a one season wonder type of thing, or do you actually think you guys will be there consistently within the last few years, next few years.
I think
so.
we'll be, I see ourselves like at least reaching the finals a bit more
Yeah, that's
consistently. And Webster's clearly mentioned the goal is to play consistent finals footy, and then
Yeah,
eventually you end up, in most cases you'd end up with a premiership.
Yeah, of course.
And
once the experience comes each year, you're gonna get you're bound to get deeper as it goes. Yeah.
and also building cultures down at the junior levels as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids are they're inspired to play for the Warriors now. It's been an amazing season, and the crowds are getting behind them.
Yeah, it just must be such a great feeling to support a club that goes to the finals. Like they're just guaranteed into the finals every year, like a Roosters, Penrith, Storm. Like you just know they're gonna make the finals every single year.
Yeah, and you're thinking about, hey, maybe a premiership.
Yeah, that's just minimum standard. You're gonna make the finals. Like it must be so nice and easy.
Yeah. I know that feeling. Fucking hell. And then next year we've got RTS coming back. We've got Chanel Harris-Tavita coming back after the 1 year layoff for the mental health reasons. Hope he's okay. And then you've got Alile Tua, that guy who played against Canberra.
Yeah.
I'd say he should be the centre.
He's nice with it. Yeah, I like him a lot. Yeah.
He's very good defensively. A lot of the Warriors fans are saying he should be the starting centre with RTS.
Silky hands as well. He's really good.
Even though Rocco Berry and Pompey, they've done their bit. Pompey's been actually, I think, underappreciated. He's played every minute this year, and he does make, he's human in the end. He will make mistakes, but I think he's done well, Pompey. Rocco Berry seems to have gotten a bit better over time.
Yeah.
He's copped a bit of criticism at times. There's always room for improvement for those two, but I'd actually say Leitua, if that's how you say his name. Apologies if I got the name wrong. But yeah, Ali, I'd say he's the long-term centre for the Warriors.
Yeah, he's nice with it. I like him as prospects for centre.
And then, of course, the greatest mullet in the comp, Dallin!
Yeah, what a season, man. What a season. DWZ.
Yeah, and remember when he was at the Dogs?
Yeah,
he was
struggling.
struggling
He's proper transformed there.
And he's turned it around. Dallin's just a different beast.
It's been transformation years. Yeah, transformation year for players like, SJ, DWZ, Chance, yeah, 100%. Like those kind of players. Definitely.
Jackson Ford was like a young guy, no one really.
Yeah. A lot of players just like transformed it this year, and it's really good to see, man. It's really good to see.
AFB's had a super season. Adam Fanua Blake's been immense for the Warriors.
100%, man. I miss AFB, man. What a player. What a player.
Just and now he's injury free. Like he hasn't been injured, and he's just doing it.
Tohu's
had a super season. Tohu has been inspirational. Even Murata Niokore, he's been suspended here and there, but
he's done the job when he's even Mitch Barnett. Just done the job when they
probably the catch of the season against the Panthers.
That one, the Sips catch.
Yeah, get him in the slips. Honestly,
that was really nice. Good, very quick reflexes, man.
Yeah, and then you got what do you call it? Then Metcalf's been a good find. I'll be honest with you. People were hyping him up. I think he's lived up to a bit. And hope he stays injury free.
Yeah, he's got more to show for sure. Yeah,
but he's very quick. I like his speed. He complements Sean Johnson well.
Yeah, 100%.
The Warriors probably the best two games they played this year. Where I thought, hey, they're definitely contenders. One when they beat the Sharks.
Yep. That was a great performance. The comeback one or
no, the one at Auckland.
Oh, the Auckland one. Yeah.
They just dominated the Sharks. Yeah. And the one in Para, even though Para missed their players. I mean, we don't win against Para often.
Yeah.
We struggle. We don't have a great record against Para.
Yeah.
Especially in Parramatta. And,
I like the comeback one against the Sharks. That was a famous win, bro.
That was early in the season. Yeah. That was probably the best game of the year until this one. That
was a famous win, man.
Yeah,
everyone was going crazy about
fucking
that.
Channel 9 hyping up Nico Hines. Best player in the world, and he missed that. I mean, it was a tough kick, but still. Seriously.
That was a crazy game, man. That was.
Yeah, but what a season for the Warriors. Webster's probably coach of the year.
Easily, yeah.
Talk of Sean Johnson maybe being Dally M.
I think it'll be between him and Payne Haas. But because Payne Haas is probably sharing points with, the likes of Reece Walsh, Reynolds, and that, maybe SJ is the one. Yeah. And it'd be well deserved, 100%.
It's been a huge turnaround because last year he was criticised. Fans were saying, "Why is he even playing?"
Yeah. I think he did the same rhetoric this year where it was everyone was like, "Oh, he's having a big preseason. He's gonna come back again." But Warriors fans were like, "Oh, this happens every year," and then actually worked out this time. Yeah.
Got to give credit to Webster.
Yeah.
Warriors have had quite a few coaches since Ivan Cleary left.
Hopefully SJ does play this weekend against Newcastle.
That'll be epic. Yeah. And we've got just 6 games to go, 5 games to go in the season now. 5 games to go.
Yeah.
Well, what do you call it? Storm and Roosters at Amy Park in Melbourne. Yep. That's a knockout game. Every game from here is a knockout game.
Yep.
You lose, you're out. You win, you're through.
We're in the end game now, mate. We are.
And then Warriors versus Knights at Go Media Stadium.
Yeah.
In New Zealand. It's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Especially if Shaun Johnson plays. And then who wins that game plays the Broncos or Suncorp. Whoever wins the Storm Roosters game plays Penrith. And then those 2 prelim finals. Whoever plays Penrith, they'll be playing in Sydney.
Yeah.
And then the winner of those 2
Suncorp, yeah.
And then the winner, And then the winners of those prelims play at a core stadium in the first week of October.
Yeah, excited. We're going to that game as well.
Yeah, we're going to that game. Hopefully the Wires make it. And all the Kiwis from Australia in Australia now. That'll be funny. A bit of a party over there, but early days. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that's a wrap. Fuck, we've been talking a while.
Yeah.
Have a good one, and up the Wires. Cheers.